Good morning, ma'am. My topic is about a concise literature analysis and speculative prototype and operating methodology of a Shrewd stick using an IoT as an essential focus to reinforce visually impaired individuals. These are the topics we are going to see about. First is abstract. So visually impaired people struggling to move from one place to another place, whether inside or outside, they are always in the need of assistance. Also, the road of a condition make it even more harder them to walk. So they should stay cautious to avoid circumstances like colliding with stationary or moving obstacles, climbing up and down the staircases, or slipping down on damp terrain. To deal with this, a skewer stick was designed and fabricated using a present-day technology known as Internet of Things to assist them and provide them a clear path. In this, the model consists of several IoT sensors and modules that are connected by a microcontroller, and several sensor is used to detect an obstacles, and it also has a mechanism to send message to people who are concerned about the user locations. So this sort of heuristic is crucial model and cost efficient. So this paper conducts a review of present research within the field of smart sticks and bring out a broader perspective on the larger terms of such IoT systems. Next is introduction. So, according to a report by World Health Organization, an internal agency for prevention of blindness, almost 285 billion people all over the world are visually impaired. Out of those 285 billion people, 39 billion people are totally blind. So they normally use the sensation of hearing and stick in their day-to-day life. It couldn't assist them staying away from obstacles. So if they only use the standard one means it couldn't help them from dangerous situations. So to deal with this, the skewer stick is designed to help them and caution visually impaired individuals from obstacles, and it is more useful than the standard one. In this, the Internet of Things is an organization of interconnected web-associated things that can assemble and communicate information across a remote organization without the requirement for human work. So the fundamental point of the smart stick is to give security to individuals from moving one place to another. For example, if any obstacle is recognized inside the utilization range by different IoT sensor like ultrasonic sensor, fire sensor, water sensor. Then the sensor will send the data to a microcontroller. The microcontroller will analyze and determines whether the obstacle is close enough to cause an alert signal to be sent to a person. Also, it has a message using sending a message using GPS and GMS modules. So one of the initiative for visually impaired people is to make them strong feeling of the safety later when they walk around without a gatekeepers is a smart sticker. So this is used to decrease the challenges faced by the visually impaired individuals. Next is literature review. So according to the first author, in this proposed system, it consists of several of ultrasonic sensors, Arduino UNO, and voice playback module. So voice playback module is that it can store message from 8 to 20 seconds long in its memory to cause a message. Arduino is a microcontroller that can do a computation with incredible accuracy. The ultrasonic sensors are used to detect an obstacle before the climb within 4 meters. Then the sensor will move data to Arduino UNO. Then the Arduino will process the information and decide if the obstacle is close enough to that point. Then it uses a Bluetooth to invoke the appropriate message through voice module. So next, according to the second author, so in this it consists of a microcontroller, ultrasonic sensor, water sensor, and infrared sensor. In this, the ultrasonic sensor is used to recognize steps, dividers, and obstacles. And water sensor is used to detect water and fluids, which is connected at the bottom of a stick. And infrared sensor is used to detect fire by producing a warning buzzer sound. Also, it has a camera is attached to a stick to discover the whereabouts of the client by following the IP address of the camera. Next is according to the third author. So in this system, it consists of an ultrasonic sensor, water sensor, voice playback module, board, and Raspberry Pi and speaker. In this, the several sensors are connected in 5 areas like left, right, center, right, and base. Also, it gives a vision to a client, like the picture is distinguished using image sensor, uh, image sensor, and the image control is used to identify the obstacle before it, and uh, and if the obstacle is identified within a 50-meter range, then the sensor conveys a message to a Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a central part of a system. So at that point, when the camera is initiated, it catches the image showing up across it, which consists of several of example of various obstacles and pictures sent from the camera or constraint. And using the picture handling, and it gives a result of an object name as voice through a earphone to the client. According to the fourth user, in this system, it consists of an obstacle detection module, fault detection module, and photoplasmography combined with IoT and GPS. In this, the obstacle detection module utilize several ultrasound sensor to detect an obstacles and alert a person. And the fall detection consists of a 3 pivot accelerometer and wiggling in detecting a fall of stick with the calculation for the minimum of many possibilities of ups and down. And the IR based heartbeat photoplasmography module uses a sensor to identify the pulse of the visually impaired individual using an heartbeat, regardless whether the person is at home or outside. So in this, the sensor is then communicated to a microcontroller, and then it permits checking pulse reading and sending them over a web. So in this way, the concerned one able to monitor the person pulse, and and the individual can be saved on time. Here, the GPS module is associated with the microcontroller. When the sensor gives sign to a microcontroller, the regulator pursues the information given by the GPS module, and it gives the data to a GSM modem, and it has a SIM card embedded in it for to send the message. Next is according to the fifth author. So in this author, the stick consists of three ultrasonic sensor to cover a region like front, left, and right side. If any obstacle is detected, it will automatically generate a vibration sound. So this is combined with a GPS module to get the location of the stick, and likewise it has a push button at the handle of a stick associated with the Raspberry Pi and Wi-Fi module. It is used for sending a message whereabouts of the client. If the visually impaired individual get lost means, then they can able to send their region through a press button on the stick. Next is tentative and theoretical prototype. So in this, individual with good sight visualization and capability normally faces a lot of challenges in day-to-day day lives. Certain activities which is part of a daily routine is still challenging when it comes to an execution. However, we do manage on either way to efficiently get the job done. Since visually impaired vision is not criteria in terms of individual with good sight and capabilities, but when it comes to visually impaired person, with the entire loss of vision is to navigate one place to one place, it's very challenges for them to navigate. So like if the person if the like blind people can able to navigate easily if the person is in home, like they know the position of everything within their home. People living with and visiting blind people must ensure to not move the things around them, their surrounding. But when they go outside, they have to be more cautious. So to address this, a smart stick is used to help them to assist in giving all the ways of assistance while competing from one place to another. So in this, the smart stick is planned with various IoT sensors to recognize just the impedance and caution hint to a person through a sound or a voice message from the current framework. But in this paper, we proposed a solution in the smart stick to help the individual to expert from one place to another using Google Maps. Like this stick consists of ultrasonic sensor to distinguish the obstacles, water sensors to distinguish water and puddles, and fire sensor to distinguish fire. Moreover, it has a microphone to get an objective, and within the assistance of GPS and GSM module, they can able to direct you the places through the speaker. Conclusion. Next is conclusion. So from the existing system, my walkball is very effective in terms of individual security for visually impaired people. So in this, the smart stick is plans to assist visually impaired people for navigating one place to another and to give them a clear path. So this stick is consist of several sensors like ultrasonic sensor, water sensor, infrared sensor, GPS and GSM module, which is designed by gadget utilizing IoT technology. Thank you, ma'am.